So, what are you dreaming about? What has come to you in these distressing times, or where do you go? Personally, I have been visited by dead relatives. I have made peace with ex-lovers, and more than anywhere else, I have gone home. My dreams have been very vivid and hung around longer than usual, maybe making up for lack of a real-world interactions. I have had limited human contact in the past month. I have only talked in person to service people, cashiers. If you're one of them, thank you so much. Yet in my dreams, I am surrounded by people from all periods of my life. Not gonna lie, things have gotten a little weird, but I can't absolve myself of blame because I've been encouraging it. A huge part of this channel's philosophy is what I sometimes sensationally refer to as time traveling through media, or mental illness, take your pick. I believe you can construct memories and narratives through media and trigger repressed memories or forgotten scenes by immersing yourself in the content of a certain period. This can be extended to characters. You can make a media profile based on a person's interests and associations, but I also think dreams. Dreams are symbolic and full of references and textures, just like media, be it format or aesthetic, which of course can carry meaning. The relationship between media and dreams is a lot deeper than it may seem. Media actually has an enormous impact on our dreams. It's said that prior to the invention of color TV, people dreamt in black and white, as that is what was being projected at them, either through television or in cinemas. And as we are becoming more and more isolated, seemingly media is all we have, and I'm sure what we are consuming is finding its way to our unconscious. So what have I been watching for my dreams to be the way that they have? Well, let's break down a few of them and find out. Now, this isn't going to be dream interpretation. I'm not interested in what these mean. That's subjective anyway. I'm more concerned with revisiting the memories that have inspired them and the worlds where they take place, and hopefully capturing them, so it should be fun. Let's start with dead relatives. Now, my family's roots are in the automotive industry of Windsor and Detroit, later Oshawa. I am Canadian, but my grandfather worked in America, and my mother's family lived there for a time, long before I was born. Lately, I've been researching automation and sourcing clips for this wonderful world, so watching old industrial films that show a time when the auto industry could provide a convenient and comfortable life, even for the uneducated. I grew up on the tail end of this, and now the jobs that gave me a very privileged life largely no longer exist. What does any of this have to do with dreams? Well, one dream, in particular, I was video calling my family for Easter. My family lives far away, and I was chatting with them, as they are here in 2020, but a throwaway line from my mom really shook me. In the background, I heard her ask my grandmother a question. Why that's weird, as my grandmother died in 2005. She would have been living a life seen, or at least appealed to, in these old industrial films, The Wife. This was how her life, beyond my memories of course, was informed and captured, and maybe she jumped in them too. How she came to me makes sense if you watched our Aesthetics of Trauma video. I'm communicating with my family now, maybe more than ever, but mainly through a screen. So I get that. Easter was coming up, family gatherings, so that checks out. We've also been spending a lot of time on here in 1997-98 with the South Park and Teletoon videos. This is a period I associate with my grandmother, especially Teletoon. She had access before I did, and I used to watch it while visiting. Moving from dead relatives, let's get into the ex-lover segment. This is going to bring us to what I dub my peak insufferable phase, which I'm sure many critics out there will find debatable. College. I moved from a small town to a small city, and that opened up a lot of new experiences. I had grown up sheltered, and this city offered at least the illusion of danger. I had never been on the other side of the figurative tracks, we'll say. Visiting classmates exposed me to a world that I had only ever read about. I also wasn't focused on studies. I was doing stand-up and putting a lot of my energy into that. The city had a comedy club and had a couple of short-lived emotional connections. One, in particular, that I pushed away out of this belief that I could do better, which is extremely gross. I've grown and learned since then. But they came to me in this really bizarre way in this dream. I was visiting their family, which was sort of this diverse adoptive community in the woods behind the house where I grew up, which I don't get. But I met their partner. It was established that they were polyamorous. Looking back, I guess this person was my introduction to poly, which I now subscribe to. Fun fact. Anyway, felt this animosity towards their partner, but he was into all the same things that I was, like extremely niche things. We ended up bonding, and I felt this sense of relief, like I was happy that they were together. We all ended up going to this small amusement park, and I got separated from them, so I started panicking, and I felt this touch and was like, who is this? Who's touching me? And it was the ex, and they said, it's me. Who else would it be? And that was it. Now, I felt this for a couple of days, this feeling of loss, I guess. There wasn't romantic feelings or lust or anything. It wasn't like that. But I was grateful that in that dream, in the middle of this pandemic, for a moment, I had this very intense emotional connection. Not sure exactly what I watched to bring us back together. Maybe I heard a song, or have been watching a lot of old videos of Radiohead's and Rainbow's tour, so that could be it, same year, 2007. Or it could be that I feel extremely isolated, like now, back then, and that person was there for me, and they were there for me again. Finally, going home, this is probably the least exciting and probably easiest to understand. I am isolated, I am alone, my family is on the other side of the country, and mentally I've retreated back. Looking at home, the concept versus the physical, where I actually grew up, it can be expressed in different ways. Home can be the manifestation of what I remember or what I want it to be, and it can also be obviously comfort or safety, but I'm always happy to be there. Now, not all of my dreams have been positive experiences, but there is definitely a sense of normalcy in them, human, if you can call it that, interaction, that's replaced by loneliness when I wake up, like my only connection to the outside world. So, what are you dreaming about? Feel free to share down below. If you're into this, I am compiling a dream journal, which will hopefully be available for patrons this summer. Consider supporting us, patreon.com/pixandportraits. There's also a ton of new sleepcore, which I put up on here to draw attention to the fact that they are now going to be going up on Patreon, still free from here on forward, or from here going forward. There's also a new batch of Simpsons Obscura. If you missed it, check it out. Thank you for indulging me with this, and thank you so much for watching. The future we got sucks, so stay safe out there.